Welcome to Sunwing Airlines Passenger Service Agent Training video. For more detailed information on the duties, policies, and procedures of a Sunwing Passenger Service Agent, please refer to the Sunwing Ground Handling Manual. Sunwing takes pride in its customer service, which is why the Passenger Service Agent play an important role. While traveling, passengers will see Sunwing represented by the Passenger Service Agent. Therefore, your appearance, warm and friendly smile, fast, efficient service, and a helpful attitude will give our passengers a positive experience. Personal grooming standards. The Sunwing brand and the Sunwing image are of prime importance to us. The uniform should be properly worn, in good repair, kept clean, and well pressed. Some stations are only permitted to wear its own company uniform. Please familiarize yourself with a complete list of Sunwing grooming standards found in the Ground Handling Manual. Counter and airport signage. Sunwing airline signs are to be displayed at the check-in area. As different airports have individual signage standards, the type of sign may vary. Some examples are computerized signs above each check-in position, hanging or temporary signs above each check-in position, large wall signage behind check-in area, Elite Plus and Premier check-in, computerized flight information display screens, terminal wayfinding signage, curbside signage, and baggage hall. Please inform Sunwing Ground Operations if signs are damaged or in need of repair. As many passengers may be arriving at your airport for the first time, clear, concise, and accurate signage is important. Think about yourself. If you are coming to an airport for the first time, what is it you're looking for, and how would you like to be guided through the facility? Check-in preparation. The job of preparing for a Sunwing flight can take place at various stages prior to the opening of check-in. The following must be confirmed, received, and in place in order to run an efficient check-in process. Passenger name list received. Passenger load verified from www.sunwing.ca/ground. Seat split received and blocked if double destination flight, making sure allotment meets passenger load to avoid duplicate seating and prevent issues at downline stations. Seat map correct for aircraft registration configuration. Seat chart prepared for manual check-in. For automated stations, ensure editing has been performed. Special needs passengers identified, coded, and prepared as necessary. Catering counts verified if catering uplift occurring. Elite Plus seating and pre-reserved seatings are important revenue generators for Sunwing Airlines. Please ensure that all arrangements for these seats are made prior to the opening of check-in. Last but not least is the briefing of agents, which offers the opportunity for the supervisor or representative to detail the latest Sunwing procedures and bulletins and any past issues that you may have faced. Check-in procedures.
Bag room and check-in counters. Just to let you know, the counters are open.
The check-in for passengers on international or domestic flights must start at least 3 hours prior to the scheduled departure time with 4 agents. At many stations, there will be separate queues with appropriate signage for Elite Plus Premium check-in. Those who qualify should be redirected to these positions. Always greet the passenger with a smile and the words,
"Welcome to Sunwing. Can I get your travel documents, please?"
All passengers should have the following: e-ticket documents and/or booking reference number. If a passenger does not have either, please verify that his or her name is on the flight manifest for the flight in question. Valid photo identification, official government issue. Identification requested by the destination country. Examples are passport, birth certificate, citizenship card, visa, or tourist card if required. Every year, Sunwing pays thousands and thousands of dollars in government fines to countries where we have brought passengers without proper documentation. In order to help Sunwing thrive and survive and succeed in these challenging times, we need your help to make sure passengers have the proper identification and documentation for the countries they are flying to. Proper documentation for travel. A valid passport or visa and/or tourist card, or proper identification, whichever applies and complies currently with immigration requirements in the flight destination country and for re-entry into their country of origin. Ensure the passenger meets Transport Canada identity regulations and/or regulations for the country of departure. Each fare-paying passenger is allowed to carry a total of 20 kilograms. Passengers are limited to one carry-on that must fit in the baggage size or dimensions and weigh no more than 5 kilograms. If over the maximum weight, excess charges will apply. Sunwing also carries sporting equipment, musical instruments, and other leisure items. Please refer to the Sunwing Ground Handling Manual, website, or training materials provided to you for further reference. Properly documented baggage weights are important for safety and for the weight and balance of the aircraft. Limited release tags are issued when there is an existing damage on a bag or when the item being checked in is not standard luggage. Every passenger being issued an LRT must understand the limitations and sign in the space provided. Some examples are strollers, car seats, fragile items, and sporting equipment. Some of these items might require a gate delivery tag as well. Kiosk check-in. Kiosk check-in is available at some Canadian airports for passenger convenience. Seat assignment. Passenger seat assignments are on a first-come, first-served basis for passengers without pre-assigned seats. Elite Plus Premium passengers will have assigned seats. Always block these seats and assign them last if not used. Overwing exit seats are rows 15 ABC, DEF, and 16 ABC, DEF. The exit row seats are to be given to persons who are able-bodied, willing to operate the emergency exit door, and at least 12 years of age. Seats 1A and B are to be left for passengers with medical conditions. Always keep the last few rows for late families or groups. Passengers with a car seat must have purchased a ticket for the infant to use the car seat while on board. Sunwing prides itself on being able to meet all its passenger needs. Therefore, it is important to list on the Flight Information Sheet or QCM the various special needs or messages regarding the passenger upon check-in. This will better serve the passenger and all Sunwing employees involved in the passenger's travel experience. Special service requests are used in the aviation industry to identify special needs for passengers. All codes are not necessarily IATA standard. Sunwing has created its own codes to meet the specific needs of our leisure passengers. SSR codes for specific flights can be found on the passenger name list as well as the passenger information website. For a complete listing of all SSR codes, please refer to the latest Sunwing Quick Reference Guide or ground handling manual. Unaccompanied minor procedures. We undertake tremendous responsibility when we accept the care of a child. Extra care and individual attention must be given to the unaccompanied minors at all times. Please follow and understand fully all procedures found in the Sunwing Ground Handling Manual to ensure the safe and secure transportation of an unaccompanied minor. Arrivals. The following duties are to be done by the agent before the arrival of a flight. Ensure arrival agents know of any special need passengers and are at the gate 15 minutes before arrival. Advise all concerned of the arrival of the flight, such as catering, fuel, and ground personnel. Also check bridge or air stairs for functionality. In stations with no bridge, passengers must always be escorted on the apron to the aircraft. Never try to open the aircraft door. Upon arrival, the agent should knock on the window of the door to let the cabin service manager know that the air stairs or bridge is in place. He or she will open the door from inside. The arrival agent will guide or escort the disembarking passengers to the baggage hall. Once in the baggage hall, the arrival agent will record first and last bag times. All baggage should be offloaded within the allotted baggage times for the various stations. The arrival agent must also assist with any situations that may arise, such as misplaced or damaged baggage or language barriers.
Good evening, ladies and gentlemen. Arriving from Punta Cana, flight WG421. Your bags will be arriving in Carousel 10.
Departures. Agents must be at the departure lounge no later than 1 hour prior to departure. Agents are to make sure all necessary equipment and signs are operational. Pre-boarding announcements are to be made 45 minutes before departure. Communication between passenger service agent and flight attendant is key.
Ladies and gentlemen, Sunwing Airlines would like to remind passengers traveling on Sunwing Flight 682 with service to Veradero of the carry-on baggage program. This is a pre-boarding announcement for passengers who require assistance to board the aircraft and passengers traveling with small children 3 years of age and under. And please have your boarding pass with your passport open to the photo page ready for presentation.
Hi.
Hi.
Hello. Good, how are you?
All remaining passengers to board now at gate 176. That's all remaining passengers in Southern Flight 686 with service to Veradero is now boarded at gate 176. On behalf of Sunwing Airlines here in Toronto, wish you all a pleasant flight.
Passenger Delay Disposition Report. The Passenger Delay Disposition Report must be followed and filled out when any delay occurs. Passenger Reconciliation. Prior to aircraft pushback, there must be positive passenger reconciliation. The flight is deemed secure when all passengers who have checked in are boarded. This is determined by confirming that the total number of passengers checked in equals the number of boarding stubs collected for that specific flight. If there is any discrepancy or doubt, ground agents must board the aircraft to count the passengers on board. An aircraft must never depart unless it's secure. Only the passenger service agent can deem the flight secure. Baggage reconciliation. Prior to signing and confirming the actual baggage amounts in the load information form, the final counts must be obtained by gathering the bag room tick sheet counts and the actual counts of bags loaded on the aircraft. If there are up to 4 bags less than what was checked in, it will be up to the ground handler's judgment to depart if all possible locations have been checked for the missing bags. If 5 or more bags are unaccounted for, then it would be up to the pilot's discretion by the way of YYZ operations to depart. The only exception to this would be the addition of a rush bag. No flight shall depart with more bags than were checked in. Door closure. The door of an aircraft is not to be closed unless the cabin service manager has completed final checks. Do not attempt to close the aircraft doors. This will be done by the flight crew. Agents will remain at the gate until the aircraft leaves the apron, in case the aircraft returns and passengers need to disembark. On-time performance is a key element of passenger service. While Sunwing Airlines will never compromise safety in favor of an on-time departure, it is important to recognize that leaving on time is a very essential element of customer service.
Flying time today, 3 hours, 41 minutes, and we'll be starting off at an altitude of 36,000 feet, and we're expecting a nice smooth flight for you all the way down. Latest weather down there, just a light breeze out of the east, some scattered clouds, and temperature of 31 degrees Celsius. Sit back, relax, enjoy the hospitality, and once we're up in a cruise, I'll pass along the updates. Thanks very much.